In this discussion, we'll introduce the concept of supplement conversion ratio as the first step in evaluating the economic benefit of potential supplementation programs. We'll use the example of the Oklahoma Gold supplementation program. This was previously described in an earlier video. In this program, 1 pound of high protein supplement is fed to stocker cattle grazing warm season forage. Here is where we get the values to calculate supplement conversion ratio. The key variable is the additional gain. In this case, it is 0.49 pounds. This is the amount of average daily gain that the supplemented cattle gain in excess of the unsupplemented cattle. In other words, it's the amount of gain attributable to the supplementation program, not counting the average daily gain that could be obtained from the forage by itself. In order to calculate supplement conversion ratio, you have to have unsupplemented cattle to compare to. This situation is usually available in research studies, but often it is not available in practice. So if you're evaluating supplements for a real-life ranching decision, supplement conversion ratio often must be estimated or assumed. When you read research about supplementation, supplement conversion ratio is one of the key variables you should try to glean from that data. Supplement conversion ratio is a ratio. It is one quantity compared to another quantity which are in the same units. So supplement conversion ratio doesn't have units, it's a ratio. It is a ratio just like feed conversion, which you're used to seeing in a feedlot environment, is also a ratio. In this case, you might see something like 7 pounds of feed to 1 pound of gain. That would be a common number that would be used in a feedlot environment. Supplement conversion ratio is a ratio just like that, but we're just dealing with the supplement part rather than all of the total feed. Supplement conversion ratio tells you the amount of supplement it takes to get 1 additional unit of gain. From the previous example, assume that we feed 1 pound of supplement and the cattle gain an additional ½ pound. I think it was actually 0.49 pounds in the previous example, but we'll assume it was 0.5 pounds, so the math is easy. SCR is simply 1 pound, or supplement conversion ratio is simply 1 pound of supplement divided by 1/2 pound of additional gain. So the supplement conversion ratio is 2 to 1. Said another way, for this scenario, each additional pound of body weight gain would require 2 pounds of supplement. It is a simple calculation once you understand what you're trying to do. If you need to, back up and review these slides until the concept becomes clear. To help clarify what supplement conversion ratio is, let's try one more example. This is a new scenario. We're not talking about the Oklahoma Gold program now. We're evaluating some other supplement program. The details of what that program is aren't really important right now for this exercise about supplement conversion ratio. Just assume that in this program you're going to feed 2.5 pounds of supplement per day, and you expect this amount of supplement to improve average daily gain by 0.4 of a pound. That's all the information that you need to calculate supplement conversion ratio. In this case, the supplement conversion ratio is 2.5 pounds of supplement divided by 0.4 pounds of additional gain. So it is 6.25 to 1. We expect that each pound of additional gain would require 6.25 pounds of supplement in this scenario. In the next video, we're going to show that the concept of supplement conversion ratio will be very useful for evaluating the profitability of potential supplement programs. Once you watch that video, come back to this discussion of supplement conversion ratio if you need to. There is a caveat to supplement conversion ratio. If you're learning about supplement conversion ratio and how to use it for the first time, you may not need to worry about this yet. But I want to mention it so that you realize there are some caveats. You may want to skip this discussion for now and come back later when you're solid on the concept of how to calculate and use supplement conversion ratio for profitability evaluation. The big caveat is that supplement conversion ratio doesn't account for changes in forage intake. When we calculate the supplement conversion ratio, we simply look at the amount of additional gain compared to the amount of supplement fed and calculate the ratio. For example, we might calculate 3 to 1 as the ratio. So our evaluation is that 3 pounds of supplement result in 1 pound of additional gain. And this is true. It looks very efficient. But you need to realize that we're not saying that all of the nutrients required for that 1 extra pound of gain are necessarily coming just from the 3 pounds of supplement. The supplement might, and in most cases it likely does, cause the cattle to change the intake of the base forage. When you see supplement conversion ratios that are very efficient, such as 2 or 3 to 1, that is what is happening. The supplement is causing the cattle to eat more forage, and that extra forage is helping contribute to the gain response. That's usually a good thing because we generally want to maximize use of the forage. But I just want you to realize what's really going on. So when I say that supplement conversion ratio ignores changes in forage intake, what I'm meaning is that the concept of supplement conversion ratio is really useful for evaluating the profitability of supplement programs, but it isn't as useful for evaluating the mechanisms of the flow of nutrients through the system. If that's what you were trying to do, you would need to use a nutrition model to get more details about that. Thank you.